What's up, ladies and gents? Social Nurse here with more commentary and opinion. Over there on TikTok, a self texturist, someone who was practicing or who is practicing texturism against herself, went viral over there on TikTok. And her video making its rounds or over here on YouTube. And wow, it's really interesting right now. If I hadn't said it yet, Social Nurse here, thank you very much for stopping by. But I believe her name is Black Shay. She was over there on TikTok exclaiming, letting it be known her thoughts on Black women's hair. She said that Black women's hair doesn't grow, that she herself looks prettier in a straight wig, that she looks masculine in her short natural hair. She said that she knew that she was self hating. That's what she said right now. A lot of people did stitch her video over there on TikTok to show her that Black women's hair does grow. Some of the women showed like extremely long natural hair, waist length natural hair. Some was bra length, some was shoulder length, some was, maybe 6 inches long. Maybe someone went from ball to showing that, look, my hair is now 6 to 7 inches long. The point is, they were showing that Black women's hair does grow and that it is very possible to retain length. And I think that's probably a problem that a lot of Black women have is length retention, right? And there's so many videos out there online, so much education about Black hair and retaining length that Black Shay should know that, um, you know, the problem for a lot of women is not that the hair won't grow, it's the retention. And I think that I would not be fair if I would not know that even today, Black hair in its 4C texture or 4 texture is still currently discriminated against depending on what style it is in. That is a fact. There is a historical context to why Black women feel some sort of way about their hair. We know that, when Blacks were given to the Europeans, right? We know that the Africans, the Black melanated Africans, uh, gathered up Black people, melanated people, and gave them to Europeans to bring over here to the United States to enslave. And the hair was discriminated against. The women weren't allowed to do their cultural styles, and they, in many cases, were forced to cover their hair. So there is a historical context. But I've got to say that, no one is going to affirm anyone's hair on a daily basis. No, it's just not going to happen. No one's going to be like, your hair is fine in its natural state. Your hair is fine in its natural state. It's just not going to happen on in a way that probably would make someone appreciate themselves. I mean, she said that she knew she was self-hating. So I think it's fair to say that she is a texturist and she is a texturist against herself, right? And it's something that I think she's not alone, right? She felt so bold to, as she said, let the cat out of the bag. And to be quite honest, you and I have seen Black women online all across the World Wide Web talking about how much they can't stand their African textured hair, right? So um, I'm not sure what the remedy is for this. I think it's something that has to be pulled from within, right? To start conquering being a self texturist. as this woman was right now. Again, I think it's up to the person if they want to wear wigs, weaves, braids. I've worn braids, and fake hair is put in the braids. Uh, I, I don't wear wigs, I don't wear weaves, but I think that it's important for people to be comfortable in what they present in, right? I think that, this black man's thing she said, Shay talked about black men, right? Making fun of black women's hair. And that's true. They do that. I've seen that online, but black men have no you got to give those disclaimers. Not every single black man, but in general, these men that do that, these black males, they have no room to speak. And I would not be looking for any just random black male who doesn't have room to talk about anyone to make me feel some sort of way, really. I just would not. And I do not. And she said that she coaches black women. Well, I hope it's not about um, self-esteem. I don't know. I don't want to judge this woman harshly, but um, it's interesting that she felt so comfortable on the World Wide Web to get on TikTok and to self-annihilate like that. And people weren't happy with her. Again, I've seen people clinically with alopecia, traction. There are women with hairlines that are 3 inches back from where the hairline should be. There's all kinds of things. And a lot of times, these hairline issues are because of traction alopecia, right? So there is some truth. Uh, I think when Shay talks about how some black women feel about their natural hair, right? Because we've seen it on the World Wide Web. And I'm not sure that there is enough affirmation just from the general public to make someone feel good about themselves. But there has been movements and groups and support all over the web as well for black women who want to grow and retain their 4C hair. Now, my hair is in the fours, right? And I believe it's four. It might be 3B, 4A, but most of it's in the fours. And I use product. I don't use a lot of all that other crap. I kind of stuck to the old school hair regimen that my mother used for me, which is like some of the old school hairdressing products, not all this extravagant stuff. I do use currently, I like the way this smells, this fructus stuff. And I use this one to help define my curls. You put that on, rub it through there, add some more water, and it can help define my curls um, even more, right? But, I think part of the problem is the expectation. You've got 4C, 4B, 4A hair women wanting to look like they are 3A, 3B, 3C. They want to manipulate their hair to get a look that's just, people are making money off you, selling you all kinds of crap. If you buy this, your hair can look like that, right? And it's just a matter of being informed, knowing what the truth is. That guy that used to be Oprah's hairdresser, I can't think of his name, when he came out with this scale, right? I think that scale of 1A through 4C has been very helpful. But some people still want something from their hair that requires a lot of manipulation to achieve. And the more you manipulate certain hairs or hair types against itself, the more you do it, if you're doing that on a daily basis, you may not get the retention result that you want. But interesting stuff. That lady is a self texturist, and she's probably a texturist against others, unfortunately.